What's good, YouTube? This is Cam chilling here again with another video. I am finally here to give you a recap for the Packers-Rams game as the Packers came out victorious, surviving against the LA Rams 24-19. I want to apologize for being this late to put up this video. I just had a lot of work that I had to do. Again, this is college because there's a lot of work that has to get done, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's why I uploaded this video for this late. So I have to try to get some A's out there, you know what I'm saying? But now I am here. Things are finally calming down here at this moment. So we are now here. We are here to talk about this game. Let's talk Packers Ram and give you my thoughts about what happened in this game. So coming into this game, this was very important to try to get this win here against the LA Rams. Now, this game was also important for the LA Rams as well, but it's also important for the Packers because you look at the NFC North right now, I think every single team so far have reached over .500. Like the Vikings, who are still undefeated. Who would see that coming? The Bears won their game as they're over .500 at 3-2. And the Lions are off their bye week. They're sitting there in their couches trying to prepare for their next game. Just sitting in their couches, chilling, have their arms wrapped around their head like... until the NFC North happened this past weekend. Turns out that the bye week did not go as planned for the Detroit Lions. I wonder how they feel about that. Probably not great, right? But yeah, anyway, this NFC North has more wins than losses. That's how good this division has gotten. Like every single team in that division have more wins than losses. The Vikings are the most surprising to me because they're one of the only teams so far outside of Kansas City who has yet to lose a game. So that's the most surprising. But so yeah, the Packers needed to get this win. Okay, there are already speculations whether or not that the Packers are back to being very good because of the performance of Jordan Love this past weekend. Now we got to remember, this was his first game back after returning 2 weeks after suffering that injury that he had back in week 1. It's just his first game. Now, yes, he was rusty. I'll give you that. He was rusty in that game. And I mean, he was rusty in this game here as well, as he unfortunately threw his first pick 6 of his NFL career, and it was bad. And I understand he's trying to not get sacked for a safety, but man, that was just bad. But from there, he played a lot better since that pick 6. He played a lot better because the first half of that game against the LA Rams I'm talking about, it was kind of up and down at that point, mostly down per se. Now, there could be plays where he can make a bad play, but there are plays he also make a great play as well. Like the one play he threw to Jayden Reed on a deep ball. There were literally 3 defenders right there. Now, when I first looked at it, I was like, yo, what is he doing right there? But Jayden Reed was able to make that catch, so kudos to Jayden Reed. It turns out it was a great throw. I guess he had some Brett Favre into him, I guess, right? But yeah, that was a heck of a play right there. So overall, he completed 15 of 26, 224 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and he did get sacked near twice. I believe he also had a couple runs in there as well, but it's kind of like, it's almost similar to the Vikings game where Jordan Love started off a little slow in the first half, but then he started to pick things up throughout the second half. Except the difference is that the Packers lost that game against the Vikings, but they won this game or this time. So at least they got that done. You look at the running game, Josh Jacobs, he ended up with 19 carries, 73 yards, and he scored his first touchdown as a Green Bay Packer. So shout out to Josh Jacobs for getting his first touchdown right there. Kudos to that. Now, coming to this game, the Rams, I believe the Rams had the worst rushing defense in the NFL. So at least the Packers were able to feed Josh Jacobs a number of carries, but I'm actually a little bit surprised that the Rams were able to kind of bottle up Josh Jacobs for a little bit. Now overall, the Rams still only give up 126 rushing yards, which is good for the Packers offense per se, because they were still able to run the ball down their throats at least. We look at Emmanuel Wilson. He had 6 carries for 24 yards. Jayden Reed, 2 carries for 19 yards. Running for some jet sweeps in there. So yeah, at least the running game at least still there. And you look at the receivers. Tucker Kraft was the leading receiver who's a tight end with 4 catches and 88 yards, 2 touchdowns. This guy is really starting to come into his own, which I didn't really think, because I thought it was going to be Luke Musgrave was going to be that guy who's going to be leading the tight ends. But so far, it's been Tucker Kraft who has been improving so far. And by the way, I think he has broken the 3rd round curse, because every year when we drafted a player in the 3rd round, they always not working out as they turn out to be. Every player in the 3rd round that they drafted each year, they did not go as planned. But Tucker Kraft might be the guy who was finally breaking that 3rd round curse, per se. So that is very good to see. But look at the other receivers. Jayden Reed, 4 catches, 78 yards. Again, make that great catch when he caught that ball in triple coverage. Dontavia Wicks, 2 catches for 20 yards. I thought he would have a big game there, but unfortunately that didn't really happen. Malik Heath, 2 catches for 14 yards. And Bo Melton, 1 catch for 12 yards. Now, the one receiver that I did not mention in there was Romeo Doubs. And it was a very odd situation about what was going on before this game, because apparently Romeo Doubs was missing for Thursday and Friday's practice due to personal reasons. But then later on, we found out that he was upset because of his role that he had to play in this offense, like getting a number of targets. Like, that caught me off guard right there. So hopefully that situation gets solved. They're saying that he is expected to practice here today, here Wednesday. Now, I haven't seen anything yet, so we'll have to see about that. But, man, I hope this is not another one of those situations where he wants the ball very, very much, where he is first and then the team second, because this is always a team first here when it comes to any team overall, but specifically the Packers team. This is always a team first. So hopefully that situation gets resolved here, because that's something that you do not want to see here. Now let's move on to their defense, who did look better than they did last week. At least it wasn't 28 points given them in the first half. The Rams put up 13 points in the first half, but realistically, the defense gave up 7 points in the first half. So that's definitely an improvement right there. And they only give up 6 points there in the second half. The other 6 points of the 19 points that the Rams scored was because of that pick 6, as I mentioned earlier. But this is definitely a much better performance by the Packers defense. Now, the only concern that I have was their pass rush. Now, it is still early in the season. Maybe they're still trying to learn this new scheme under Jeff Hafley, this new 4-3 scheme. So perhaps that could be play a part of that. But until then, whenever they're about to face a good quarterback who has good protection, they have to bring the pass rush in there, and so far it just hasn't happened, including this game here as well. Now, the defense were able to get 3 sacks in that game, but the pass rush wasn't there overall. They had to come up with some different blitz to kind of confuse Matthew Stafford, but I think the pass rush has to get better. And the guys who got the sacks, their names are Carl Brooks, who have 1.5 sacks. Preston Smith, who got half a sack. And the other one was Edgerrin Cooper, who has been playing well in limited snaps so far in his rookie season. I ain't gonna lie, I've been very impressed with Edgerrin Cooper, the rookie in the 2nd round, I want to say, that they drafted this year. If I'm the Packers right now, I would give him some more snaps, because every time I see him on the screen, this guy always makes a play. But this player, and boy, I'm glad that the Packers definitely signed him before this season. You guys probably know where I'm going with. Xavier McKinney. This guy continues to get interceptions, always continues to make good reads against opposing offenses. Man, this guy's the best safety in the NFL. I'm going to tell you right now. He's the best safety in the NFL. Every single week, he always gets an interception, and he even said it himself. Every time a quarterback throws a ball deep, he feels disrespected, and boy, that man absolutely showed out. This guy is just playing an elite level here right now, and I can't even believe it. Love Xavier McKinney. So overall, this team, it was a nice win there, but again, they had to survive in order to get this win. But hey, a win is a win. Now, next week, they're going to be going up against the Arizona Cardinals, who were able to beat the San Francisco 49ers in San Francisco, which was definitely a surprise to me. Now, I think that game was probably going to be close, but I didn't think that the 49ers were going to lose that game. Wow, for the Arizona Cardinals. So that is definitely going to be a test for the Green Bay Packers. Now it is going to be playing in Lambeau Field, so at least they will have an advantage there. But that Cardinals team, especially Kyler Murray, these boys are looking scary right now. Now we're going to talk about this game when I give out my predictions that are coming up. But I think in order for the Packers to beat the Cardinals, they're going to have to stop the run. Now, they weren't able to stop the running game against Kyren Williams. Now, he is a very, very good running back. I'll give you that. He ended up with 22 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown. So, once again, the run defense is an issue. But again, Kyren Williams is very, very, very good. So, I'll definitely give you that. But we're going to need that run defense to step up here for this upcoming game against the Cardinals because they are known to run that ball, especially Kyler Murray, because that boy got them wheels now. These guys know how to move around that feet. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we can get that solved. But overall, it was a nice win for the Packers. Very much needed against the NFC North as the toughest division in the NFL right now. Glad we got the win, and we'll see how they will look this upcoming weekend. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on the Green Bay Packers victory over the LA Rams. What are your thoughts about this game? You can put the comments down below. I would love to know. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and also please subscribe. And until next time, this is Cam Chillin, and I am signing off. Peace.